Welcome to Jess Ford. My name is Trent Turner. Today we're going to talk about the F-Series and which truck suits your needs best. The Ford F-Series is offered in a variety of different sizes, capabilities, and options. Today we're going to focus on the three most popular, which would be the F-150, F-250, and F-350 pickup trucks. Today we're going to start with the F-150. Now, in my opinion, the F-150 is great for the versatility. From down to a commuter pickup, a family rig, you can use it to tow with the right setup up to about 14,000 pounds. Cab space, mileage, personally this is what I drive, and mileage I can easily get into the low 20s if you drive it correctly and you pay attention to it. Engine options, you can get a V6, a V8, or a hybrid engine on those. Those V6 options can come turboed, so you actually get just as much power as the V8 with a little bit better fuel economy. The F-150 is also available with your ProPower onboard generator. That is very simple to work. We've actually ran the dealership computers off of the pickup when we did have a power outage. Pretty convenient there. Your different bed size options are a short box, which would be a 5.5 foot bed on the F-150, and a 6.5 foot bed is considered the long box, which is what we're looking at here. If you want an 8 foot bed on an F-150, you can get it. You just have to go down to an extended cab rather than the full 4-door crew cab like this pickup has. Next up, we have the F-350. So before we go too far into the F-350, we are jumping the F-250 just due to the fact of there's a common misconception that the F-250 has a lower tow capacity than the 350. That's not actually the case. What the difference is your payload in the back. So if you think of you've got a pallet of bricks you're putting in the back of a truck, an F-350 is going to hold more bricks than a 250, and a 250 more than the F-150. Really, your primary difference is there's an extra leaf spring under the bed of an F-350 that allows for that weight distribution. As far as actual tow capacity on the hitches, you're virtually the exact same between the two. A lot of people think an F-250, if you're not towing, is going to ride a little smoother than a 350. In today's technology, that's not really the case. Both of them drive very smooth compared to what they used to be. The F-250 and 350, with that being said, are very similar in a lot of these specs, so that's why we're just going to focus on kind of grouping the two of them together. So your engine choices now are you can get a 6.8 or a 7.3 liter gas engine, or you can get the 6.7 liter diesel that has been out for 13 years now and doing very well. They've actually also got a high output 6.7, which you can usually tell by this red badge there where it says 6.7 liter. That means that this one is the high output. Just gets you a little extra power, not that you need it most of the time, but it's just kind of fun to have. You also have a short box on a Super Duty, or an F-250 or 350 is going to be that 6.5 foot like we talked about on the F-150. If you do want the long box, it's going to be 8 foot total. Your tow capacity on a Super Duty is going to be upwards of 20,000 pounds, depending on if you're bumper pull, it's not going to be quite that much. If you're gooseneck or fifth wheel, it'll be up there. Really, what I tell a lot of customers, if you've got something that you can't pull with the 6.7 diesel, you should really be using a semi, because these things are the most powerful normal pickup on the road, and they've been just blowing competition out of the water for the last 13 years. Very tried and true engine. Ford's done a very good job with this 6.7 liter diesel. As far as your differences between gas and diesel, I've got a lot of customers who have started kind of leaning more towards the gas just because of how much more affordable they are. But when you're towing, you're not going to get that fuel mileage. Your fuel mileage is going to go down pretty significantly. A lot of the guys that are towing quite a bit are leaning more towards the diesel because they can get a little better fuel economy, and it's a slightly stronger rig, but it does cost a little more up front as well as with your maintenance in the shop. So really, you know, it's either you pay it up front for the diesel or you save your money and you pay it at the gas pump on the gas. Both of them are going to get the job done. really what you're gonna see, the people driving this truck should be the ranchers, the rodeoers, the construction workers, loggers, guys, or regular RVers if you got that fifth wheel. But the people who are hauling a very heavy load consistently all the time are typically gonna lean more towards the diesel engine and probably a long box, because a lot of those guys now are running those gooseneck trailers, and it's just more convenient to have that extra cab space when you are pulling a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. The last misconception a lot of folks have I wanted to touch on before we end this video is, in order to get a flatbed put on the vehicle or to get a utility box, that kind of thing on a Super Duty pickup, is that they want to order a cabin chassis, which means that there's no actual box on the truck like this one has. And then they'll put their flatbed on and be good to go, or their utility box. The downside to doing that, if you can get away with it, unless it's a model that requires only a cabin chassis like an F-550 or higher, when you take that box off, it actually comes from the factory detuned, which means it's going to have less overall power compared to if you get it with the box. So the easiest way that we've got a lot of our customers to do, order it with the box. When it gets here and you get that flatbed installed or utility box, they'll remove the box for you, and then there's different things you can do with it, or you just keep it for when you trade it in down the road. But that way you get the full power that's offered and advertised on these pickups, and it's just a simpler way to go about things. Again, my name is Trent at Jess Ford in Grand Coulee. Thank you for tuning in today. If there are any other questions that you have regarding the models that you saw here in the video, or any other questions regarding a Ford vehicle, feel free to comment below and we're happy to help. Nope, forgot what I was saying. Again, okay, got it. Nope, hold on. Start it over. Hold on. Nope, not good. And which truck suits your... No, don't like that. Was that a good let go? Okay. Yeah, we'll pause there. You want to pick a cleaner one? Are you going already? Oh, you didn't...